death can save us is a Bronze Age-inspired cosmic fantasy romp, bringing together action and pathos as the ancient elemental known as Death leaps from his ethereal retirement to help a young soul protect her loved ones, a world, and even existence itself.
Russ, how you going? It's a little difficult to hear that end bit.
Yeah, I know. There's another
Welcome,
one coming.
everybody.
There's another one coming.
You were going for the Bane effect there.
Yeah. It went a bit too far though. Yeah.
Welcome back, my friend. And we are
Thank you.
joined, I see, by our illustrious
Joe.
panel host,
Russ,
co-host.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank you, Joe.
Oh yes, congratulations are in order. I mean,
the campaign is funded.
Yeah,
you could have waited. You could have bloody waited. Joe, do you know this guy's been up all friggin' night streaming, jumping, stream hopping?
I do, because I've been lurking in at least half of the streams.
I saw Joe jumping in a couple of times.
We didn't even get the illustrious, position of sloppy seconds. We're sloppy fourths tonight.
I really wanted to come. I really wanted to come back to you because you helped so much. You were so kind and generous with your advice, and Joe as well. I've been chatting to Joe, and both of you have been absolutely brilliant. And just in general, everybody has been really kind with their time. And I'm going to be going back on streams in the next month or so to kind of keep going. But it's just everybody's got me over the line. And I just want to say thanks to everyone.
Remember. Yeah, no, I mean, you're most welcome from me. I remember we had a great show last time you were on. Do you want to thank this guy, though? I mean, I don't know about this guy.
Yeah.
What?
How you going, Blue?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, very, very well. Hey, look who's in the chat here. I just saw Liam's in the chat. And I saw Liam was on Vinny's stream with you earlier, Russ.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, I'll be speaking to Liam in the near future. Once I've sorted a new trailer out for him.
Liam's great. Liam's been a huge help for me. He was one of the first guys, to get me on a stream as well and help push me out there as well. So
right.
I was really pleased to see you two connect.
But he knows what he's talking about.
Oh yeah,
he knows
yeah.
What he's talking about.
He knows a lot of things, and he doesn't let on, exactly how much he knows. But he's a really cool guy and a good mate too.
There's Mike, the matchmaker of Comicsgate.
Hey, does anyone notice anything different? Is it my hair? Is it my neck beard?
You plucked your nose hairs.
I do all the time. I'm one of those weirdos who love plucking my nose hairs. But no, it's not that.
Thank God.
For the first stream ever in my entire show, I am connected directly, physically, to the internet right now. And my hope is, I went to the hardware store and got like a 20-meter long Ethernet cable. So it's reaching out through the house. In multiple doors, and it's in here. It's connected, and I tested the internet, and it's great. It's way better than it ever has been. So fingers crossed, there will be no more dropouts. I've been dropping out like crazy lately, Russ, and I just have to kind of. But it's hard here in Melbourne. I don't know about where you are, but we're locked down. So if you order anything, you got to kind of drive there, sit in your car, call them up. They come to your window. You put on a mask, and it's all.
Haven't you had like about 10 cases or something?
Yeah, there's like one case within a 20-kilometer radius of where I am. I checked.
Well, I don't understand.
There's no sense to be
we're
gleaned
not going
from
to
any
get
of this,
political.
Russ.
No, I think my government are a complete bloody shower. To be
Yeah,
honest. So,
I think I can battle you on awful governments at the moment. But
yeah,
like I said, let's not get political.
I think you're probably right from what I've heard.
Yeah.
We just had was it a mayor or a governor not know the mic was turned on, step away from a podium, and mention something to her colleague about wearing the mask, and we got to do some political theater here.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows that. That's the thing. No one read The Emperor Has No Clothes as a child. That's what I'm learning. No one has, or if they read it, they didn't get the moral of the story, because that is literally the world right now.
Yeah,
It's crazy. But we're here to get Russ's book funded more than he already is.
More?
I decided, if you read back through the chat, I decided, we're not going to change the title, because he did get funded in the interim, which is fantastic.
No thanks to people who were waffling, like me, on which perk to get before we went live. Because I got distracted.
I'm actually waffling right now. Let's get to saying hello to the chat. I see you were saying hello to Sim, but I can't scroll up any further. So hi Sim as well.
Hi Sim. Jim
Cox, how you going? Great to see you here, my friend. He says, don't need to change it. We just need to get it funded more. Exactly. Mo Biggs is here. He says, looks like the book was saved by the Bancroft pre-show chat bump. I mean, usually what I do, Russ, is it doesn't matter who else is streaming. I mean, Tim Pool could be doing a show on the book at the exact same time. I claim every single, every single backer during this hour.
I think that's reasonable. Yeah.
So, and now I think we can start actually claiming whenever I put up the show. So I could put it up like 3 hours earlier, like I did today, and start claiming.
I think that's perfectly acceptable.
I think so. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you agree. Hello, Skip. How you going, my friend? Great to see you. Skip just shared his graveyard shift fan art. If anyone wants to follow Skip on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw that. It was awesome.
Yeah, very good. He's a very good artist. Rick Saylor, how you going, buddy?
Hello, Rick.
Scrolling down. Antoine is here. Great to see you here, my friend. BoogieBot. What is BoogieBot done? Do I have to? I mean, I kind of have to, don't I? That's the thing. I read BoogieBot's first comment. So here we go. If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
San Diego, California.
And he's still there today.
No one's called me Cotton Eye since 1985.
I thought you were going to say anyway, it doesn't matter. Todd's Truth, there you going, buddy? VIP. Who else has shown up? Felix Haas is in the chat. Fantastic. Felix is another regular on Liam's stream, Russ.
Right.
He is our machine, our link dropper. There he is right there, proving his metal for us.
There's several people. I know there's several people in the panel. There's several people in the chat who have purchased. Thank you very much, everybody. Just want to give a quick shout out to Todd, who's been pushing my Doctor Who swag bundle. Thank you, Todd.
He has. He sent me a specific Twitter for that purpose, so we will get to that. Nerd is the word is here.
Are we talking Todd Truth?
Yeah, Mr. Struth.
Oh, yeah, he's got a good channel too.
He does. So many people doing cool stuff. There's Bianca Fights a Zombie has joined us as well. The Oz Great Sage, another Aussie. Great to see you here, and Billy Bongo too.
Well, you just glossed past one of those. Go back one.
Who? What? Which one? What?
Go back by one.
This one.
No.
Which one are you talking about? Billy Bongo?
I have to scroll up now. Is it before that one? You highlighted it.
Bianca.
There.
Oh,
this one.
Yeah, I'm guessing at what's different.
Oh, that's what looks different, right? I mean, that's true. That is true. Have you guys seen PewDiePie? Did you see all the PewDiePie pictures going around?
No.
I mean, way to make me feel bad. I don't know how old PewDiePie is. I don't think he's like a young bloke. He's trending And you want to see why. Let me just share this for a second. Let's trend that. Check out PewDiePie. I mean, you probably have an idea of what he looks like in your mind. Let me get rid of this. This is him now. I mean, that's kind of the spitting image of me, I think. He's trying to give Odie a run for his money.
What are you spitting?
Get him in a gi. Get him down the dojo.
Yeah, I need to. I need to. Get on handle that. I have gotten fatter. That is actually true.
Don't go bulimic on us.
No, that will not happen. Who's not wearing a hat? I know. We're slipping on the hat business, aren't we? Scrolling down, I'm still saying hello. We're 10 minutes in. I'm still saying hello. Adega Outlaw. That's all right. The chat is what it's all about.
Yeah, thanks to William C as well. He's been really supportive. Thank you, William.
Yodam Darkstar.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Lord Crackhead's here. Great to see you. Shaggy Cuz says, how Comicsgate? Hello, Shaggy Cuz.
And Antoine as well. What a great guy. And Bianca, is it Bianca?
Bianca Fights the Zombies.
Fights the Zombies. He's hilarious. He makes me laugh.
He does. There's a funny channel. PewDiePie is not as buff as Joe. Yeah, absolutely not. Joe ripped his shirt off the other day, or maybe it was yesterday, and gave us all a big surprise. He has some mean abs down there. I mean, you might not look it from the top, but you better believe it. He's got that Alex Jones body.
It was an accident. I had a wardrobe mishap.
Where are you hiding Alex Jones's body?
It's underneath my beer shirt. Tonight I'm partying. The campaign's funded.
I know, yeah. Crack the beer out. It's got the Coopers out. He's not drinking Foster's, but he is drinking an Australian beer that I do approve of, which is the Coopers.
A real one.
Very nice. Hey, can I just say happy birthday to Clark Bancroft? He turned 3 today. That's my little boy. So it's
Happy
his
birthday.
his birthday day today, and we've been having lots of fun opening presents. I don't know if you have kids, Russ?
Yeah. It's been a while since they were 3.
Something's happened with the whole lockdown thing, and the relatives and the friends of the family they can't come to see, so they're overcompensating with the presents. Each one is kind of sending 2 presents each. So it's just been like a freaking bonanza for this kid.
Then your kids just open up the boxes and go and play with the boxes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's the thing. He's got all these really big ticket items. And then his sister, Victoria, who's 8, she'd saved up some money. And she spent $10 on a little toy robot. And that's far and away his most favorite. He's having a nap right now with his little toy robot. It's very cute.
Superb.
It's so funny.
Yeah,
it's so funny. All right. Let us get to it. Let's see what the occasion is all about. There it is. Bang. How does that make you feel right there, Russ?
Fantastic. It's proof of concept.
Glorious thing to see, isn't it? 100% funded.
Proof of concept. So now I can move forward. If that was to be all I got, then I would still have to invest in the second book, my own money. Mm-hmm. But it would be a proof of concept. It would mean I knew I had some kind of audience, so I could continue as a business, because you don't expect to make money out of your first year in business or whatever. Mm-hmm. So but if I can make it to 10K in Great British pounds, that would actually finance the second book. Literally.
Let's change it to pounds to see where you're at.
I think it was 5,009 or something. It was.
Did it say
5,041? There you go. So if I could double that in like extension or in demand, it would definitely mean that I could. I've got the second book of me. So this the first day of the campaign is the big day, and then. This will be a big time at the end. Mm-hmm. And then when you extend it, there'll be a little bit of leftover. But then as well, I've seen people on their final day even go
surpass what they did on their very first day.
Wow.
So yeah, never count yourself out. These sort of things, you never know what's going to happen, and
No.
who knows what's in reach. And
No, exactly. I mean, so purely from a perspective of I've done it. It's proof of concept. I have an audience. I am absolutely ecstatic. It's just, this is fantastic. I'm so happy.
Great to see. It's so cool to see.
But I want to move on, and I want to see if I can get stretch goals to people, and see if I can fund that second book and move on, and
So you're really on our show to say, please, sir, I want some more.
Please, sir, I want some more. Can I have some more? But obviously, I'm going to be working with some other people, doing some other bits and pieces. But what I'd really like to do is get 2 books a year out. Yeah, there'll be a short pause for doing a few things. This is not a
small book. This is an 80-page book.
No, if I was just doing this, I could get two out a year.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's impressive. That's very impressive.
Wow.
How much would you need to be able to do that? Like, just pure.
Somewhere between 15 and 20K.
Right on.
I'm looking at 500 backers.
Yeah. I mean, that's doable.
That's the target. That's my target, long term.
And like Blue said, on here to ask for more, but it's not really like asking more from the people who've already backed. With 123 backers, there is a lot of room to grow there. When I think for a new campaign like me, getting over 500 backers is really, really stretching people's acceptance of you as a new creator. I mean, I feel totally blessed on that, there's got to be a top level that you're really pushing, to break into. But you've got a lot of room to move here, so it's really all about getting the book in front of as many eyeballs as possible. Yeah,
and but also delivering, making it the best book I can make it, and that would be it wouldn't just be the first book; it would be every book. The idea is to create a quality product that people can enjoy. What my aim is, the reason for doing it is to have people say, "I want that in my collection. I'm going to keep that." And that's like I do with some of my prized books. And if I can do that, then I've done the job's done.
Mo thinks the only thing keeping you from mainstream success is your title is far too honest.
Yeah.
The mainstream like to couch things in strange innuendos. Absolutely. I mean, we've looked through this book before, but for anyone who hasn't seen this, Russ came to me. Russ showed up in our chat, actually, a while before launching, and got to know some people in the chat, and we were saying hello to him, and he reached out to me, and I had a look at his book, and straight away, when he kind of gave me that preview of the campaign, I was like, wow, this is I really, really dig this style. The look that you're going for here. It's so, I mean, it's so cool. It's so accessible. You can draw pretty much anything like this.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've had people say it's a brave style because it doesn't leave you a lot of room. There's not a lot of cross hatching and shading, and but it's just that's the way I like to draw. So
I look at it like a trope, and some people think of tropes as a bad thing, and I don't think of that as all. I think of tropes as tried and tested means of communication. And that's what I see here. It's like, it's nothing, you could just, it's like, it already. And when you see it, it feels kind of familiar, but it's new because you haven't seen this in a while. And like, oh yeah, I guess it kind of taps into a bit of nostalgia in that sense.
Yeah, that's what I was aiming for.
Yeah.
But obviously it's not. I was talking earlier about this. It's a combination of things. You're looking to be marketable. You're looking to build an audience and business and all the rest of it. But at the same time, it's a piece of you. It's a creative project that is something that you love, that's something that really it's from inspirations from my early life. So it's a combination of all those things, and yeah,
Well, I mean,
if you can get that message across, if I can be unique but at the same time familiar, then I've kind of got it on multiple levels.
William C says, I love that coloring style. A good switch up from the super gradient rendered and shiny style popular now. And that's the thing. We're kind of talking about nostalgia and everything. I mean, the Silver Age wasn't that long ago. I mean, let's say I pulled out the book, my first comic book, and it was the coloring style was all flats. You've actually, you've gone deeper here. You've actually got highlights in here.
Yeah, it's a little bit
like cell shaded highlights. In the one I had, this is 1993. There were no highlights.
That's
it was
right.
just
Yeah.
flats.
Yeah.
And that was comic books. It wasn't that long ago. I mean, maybe a little bit, but you're so right. And there's certain things that the indie scene can do that the mainstream just isn't going to do. They're not going to take a gamble on kind of heading back to the Silver Age style, or what's another thing? Yeah, that people do like digitally painted books. They look like concept art. That's something as well that indies can do, because they take so much time to do that the mainstream can't. I think that's fantastic that we have all these different styles that we can do, because we don't have to worry about some mainstream sensibility or some house style.
No. I've got some art if you want a quick look.
Yeah, absolutely I do.
Share the screen.
Kraft just backed it. Thank you, Kraft.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
So this is the center spread. So they've kind of
guy
all got
down
together
there in the bottom left is having a bad day.
Yeah, he did really have a bad day. Actually, he's kind of he's the secondary villain, and he changes from one thing to another. You'll find out when you read it.
He also looks familiar.
Yeah, he is familiar.
Is his face based on somebody?
It's no, I can't say that.
Can you put it in the private chat, Blue? Because I'm seeing someone too, but I just can't put my finger on it.
I don't actually know the guy's name, but I'll put a description in.
All right. Well, maybe after the show, someone will say. Maybe someone in the chat will say a name and it'll be right. I don't know.
That's the page before, so you can see the kind
can you
of
zoom in on that a little?
Yeah. So you can.
It's so dope.
So you can see what's.
Have you ever considered a black and white version as well?
Yeah, that's the aim. That's the dream. So if I can get an audience that enjoy the story, that come along with me, then build on that. Then hopefully when I get to the end of the 4-book arc, so that each book is like episodic. So just like the comics of old, you can jump in on any one of them and just enjoy them, but you can read them as an arc as well. So what I'd really like to do is put them all together in a larger format, in a hardback black and white version.
Yeah, and that's what I'm learning as well. People have asked me from time to time, what would you do differently on your campaign, speaking to me? And it's not that I would do anything differently for this campaign, but in the future, you look to expand things as you've built up a bit of an audience, and you have that flexibility. And that's what I'm seeing, that a lot of these guys who are making the serious money, they've got extras, they've got extra options, they've got extra things, because if people want to support you, you've got to give them the option to support you. They're not going to give you what you don't ask them for. And you got to give them something for that. So
if I could go to an sorry, go on.
Go on.
If I could go to an action figure at some point, I would.
That's what I was just about to say. Oh my god! Great minds, huh? I was just about to say, Ethan was showing off his Heather Swain prototype with the Vespus wasp thing next to it yesterday, and I was
Superb
just
stuff. Yeah.
blown away. I literally, whoever he's got working on that, serious talents. And I mean, that is just so exciting. This is like a real thing, and this is just coming out of this, crazy little niche, insignificant, unimportant, whatever they call us, kind of indie scene. It's just crazy. And I'm not saying that, we'll be able to do that, you and I, anytime soon, but who knows what the future holds.
I see these guys like the old, the original He-Man Masters of the Universe toys. With kind of like, they don't move too much. They're just like a fabulous action figure.
Well, I've got a bunch of I can't like not quite like that, but I've got a bunch of the Hasbro wrestling figures.
Right.
In fact, I've got all of them. I've got all my doubles, the kids play with and throw all over the place. And they're great. They're just these really excellently sculpted hard plastic toys with one move that they do. Maybe one will have a punch hand, maybe one will do this, and they're fantastic. That
Cool.
Like that kind of style would fit so well with what you're doing here. It is so cool, and that's exactly right. And it gets we're almost talking kind of pipe dreams at the moment. But, for the next, you get like a 5-10 year plan or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that sort of stuff is so exciting, and we're already seeing people are succeeding doing it. So.
Exactly. You've got to have a plan. I think my immediate plan is obviously for book one, and then to move on and try and increase my audience so that I can make comic books, because that's what I'm in it for. I'm in it to make comic books. But if I can then I can add to the experience for people. If people, like you say, if people want these things, then you got to try to find a way to give them to them. You make money, they get what they want, and there's this exchange between you. And it's the same with any story. You're having that exchange with your audience. We spoke about it before, how important it is to have YouTube channels and reach out to people, and something that the mainstream comics industry is just not doing. They're not reaching out to people.
They'll do it if you pay $200 for a Skype call.
But they're not. What I mean, they're not connecting with people in the comics. No. They're just not. And to connect with the audience, and like you say, the audience, if they want more, then who am I to refuse it? And the idea of being able to move your characters on in some way into the real world, and not just in a book form, but say in a 3-dimensional toy or character. That's amazing.
It's really exciting, and I'm totally with you. Yesterday I went onto a stream with Rob Arnold and Clayton and Corey to draw on a stream, and I was super nervous. So I couched the whole thing, and guys, I'm not a sort of superstar artist, right? Not like this guy here, Stefani Renee, who's in the chat, like a real talent.
Thank you, right? Stephanie. That's an amazing compliment.
He's fantastic. His book's going to go off, I predict. But I said, I'm here to tell a story, and for that end, I've kind of taught myself how to do the art, so I can tell the story as I want to tell it. But that extends outwards. Maybe to continue telling a story and reaching out to new people, you do need to keep ratcheting up the things to little tchotchkes or whatever, or figures or video games and whatever. Liam, who was in the chat earlier, he's got an actual video game in the works. It's crazy. I've seen some of it too, and it looks nuts. So it's all really exciting stuff.
As mainstream entertainment withers, because it will wither, because it's already going back. The beer virus has screwed over the cinemas, and it's
love how you say cinema.
The flicks.
Sorry, I just had to say.
And it's screwed that over. So you're going back into, and you're now looking at streaming, and people just aren't turning up They're not turning up to watch the TV. A lot of people are watching YouTube or just picking up bits and pieces. And as that shrinks away, people want stories. I was just earlier to Vinny that there are storytellers. There are people that drive trucks. There are people that are doctors. There are people that are gardeners and bricklayers. And there are people that tell stories. Now, some of those people have ended up being high-end celebrities that nobody likes because they've stepped out of their lane, as it were, and see themselves as something important, more important than they are. But that's not to belittle the storytelling that goes on with writers and artists and creators. And culture needs it, and people like it. They like to be entertained. They like to be taken on, flights of fancy, and that's something that mainstream isn't doing because it's just shoving ideology down your throat.
I love Death just sitting here, chilling in his chair, hand on his on his skull.
Next.
Yeah, even he has a grind to go through.
Everything's a day job.
Yeah, he's been there for quite some time, and he's a bit bored.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like he has the luxury of going on someone else's stream and faking it until the time runs out. So, by the way, good job yesterday, Mike.
Like Blue streams to me every day. He knows me too well. Liam's exactly right here. Storytellers are servants, not kings. And I wish that would also extend to politicians. Remember that as well. Yep.
Even more so, yeah.
Even more so.
So, did you want to see what was on offer from Doctor Who?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get up there. Where is it?
I've got this.
Is it in a perk tier or is it somewhere?
It's in a secret perk that I'll.
A secret perk.
Yeah, yeah. I started it off as secret, but I've been sharing it about since for a little while. So that's a poster. It's quite a thick stock actually. So there's this poster. There's not that poster. Not that one. This one, which is an A4 print. And this one, which is an A4 print as well. And then, no, not like I say, not that one. And I've also got 3 A3 black and white prints of actual artwork that came from the Doctor Who Adventures comics. And they're signed by me and the writer, who is Andrew Cartmel. And if you kind of go in mixing Doctor Who circles, Andrew Cartmel is a bit of a big cheese. So anybody who likes a bit of Doctor Who, there is still 4 left, I think, if you want the full print sets. And then there's also a few where you can just have one of the A4 prints. And if they all run out and people want some more, then I've got some more stuff. So,
nice.
So how do they get their hands on it if it's a secret perk?
Well, yes, it's a secret perk. So I'll give you the link.
There you go, on the show. Put the link in the private chat, and I'll put it in the thing for you.
Perks.
Uncovering secrets on the Michael Bancroft channel.
Shh.
Campaign editor. Perks.
Snoop. Secrets. Conan O'Brien used to do that bit. It was bloody hilarious. He'd have on like a celebrity, and they would tell secrets. It was friggin' hilarious. I remember they did Snoop Dogg one. And he's like sitting there. It's like, all in a police, thing, like it's the bright light and everything. And he's sitting there and he's like, Dr. Dre isn't really a doctor. And I was like, ooh, Snoop secrets. All right.
That's the first one, which is there's only 3 left of those. That's the one with all the posters in.
3. I'll put in 3 left. No, I'll put in only 3 left. Create a bit of a fear of missing out. And there it is. There's the link, everyone. Hopefully it pops up straight away. I don't know about StreamYards.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
Is this the only secret?
I've got one other, but it's only a subset of that. I'll let that out when the other one's gone.
Cool. Jim Cox says he never watched that. Well, you don't have to. I just told you about it. So there you go. I said Todd already posted it.
Oh, right. Look at
What
him.
a completely redundant
What a-
host I am.
What a guy. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you. Let's look at some other perks you've got. And some people might not want to get the secret perk.
I think we now know what Michael starts to sound like right before he scolds his children.
The secret perk was I put it together for the rabbi from another planet because he's Zevi or whatever his name. I was over on Zevi's channel and he sort of started talking to me about Doctor Who because he's a big Doctor Who fan.
I hope you didn't go on his show like early in the morning too.
No,
Too much energy.
Yeah, I know. He's just like God. You think he's going to burst? He actually came on our show a couple of weeks ago, and it was just like, it's like sitting in a wind tunnel. It's So I put it together, and then after he'd had a few of his audience use it, then I just started letting it out into the wild because obviously I was getting closer to the end of the campaign, end of the first 30 days. Anyway. So this one is actually the same price as that, but what you do is you get all the posters. So when Rob's poster turns up, which it will soon, he's promised me, you'll get all 4 black and white prints, including the Rob Willis print. You'll get my my A3 color print, which will be signed and put into a tube so that it isn't folded, and all the other stuff will come along. You get a straightforward graphic novel. I asked about this, about putting a backer credit in, and whether you should charge more for it or not. And I asked around, and the majority of people I spoke to kind of said, "Oh yeah." But I've had some people kind of say, "Well, why do I want to pay more for being in the book?" I don't know. I suppose it's about being connected. So anybody over a certain amount, they're in the book. But
personally, it's not something I would pay for.
No, I understand. Yeah,
but I don't know.
Maybe I'll change it next time. Maybe it'll be part of the basics for people. Just giving a little bit more back.
I always think with those things, though, you kind of, you sort of, it can get out of hand. It can get out of control. Even with really small type, if you eventually end up getting, say, 1,000 backers, it gets to be a really just kind of a big, thing of empty pages at the back of just names. And I don't know how much people care about it all that much.
Yeah. I think since it's the first one, maybe it's okay. Mm-hmm. And in the next one, I maybe won't do it at all.
Or if you have gravestones, definitely sell the gravestones.
Yeah, that's possible. Thank you very much. You're a mind of wonderful ideas.
Most of them are evil. Don't worry about it.
So I had to update my perks as well halfway through because I didn't kind of understand the UI because it asked me to put a retail price in, which I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then once I put the retail price in, I couldn't get rid of it.
Yep.
So I spoke to them and they kind of came back to me several times. And in the end, I just said, "Oh, don't bother. I'll just update all the perks." So I made duplicates of the perks and then put in the old picture with a splash across it to say how many had been taken up by a certain time. So,
right. Yeah. I did that. I didn't put like thing that I'd update it, but I wanted to, when you have a stretch goal, just everyone gets it. So I wanted to add, so on the book, you also get this, you also get the 2 prints and everything, but they won't even let you change the image.
No.
It's just, it's sort of set in stone, which is a shame, but I do understand why they do it.
Yeah, I can appreciate it. So you get the other 2, which the 2 print sets. So they're just black and white prints, but one of them is a Rob Willis print. You can also add on, if you just buy the book, or if you buy the book with a sketch, you can also add the Rob Willis A4 print on as an add-on, which is kind of cool.
And who are these other? I think they're all fellows. Who are these other fellows who did prints for you?
Let's scroll down and check them out.
Amrit, yeah, you can go down to them. Renzo Rodriguez is doing that thing with, I think he did Pandemic.
He did
with,
Pandemic,
Zach.
and he's doing
Lightspeed or
God.
something.
the
The latest one.
the
Yeah.
sides for the
Impossible
sci-fi
Stars.
one. Yeah,
Impossible
that's it.
Stars. That's it. I've known Renzo for quite a while and worked with him on different bits and pieces. He's a fabulous artist. Amrit Birdie, he did. I think it was called Username Eve. So that was a big seller over in the UK at least. And he does wonderful work. He does a lot of commercial illustration, but he also does comic books as well. And then Mike Emmerich, who I know from the AAA community, he's just a great artist. I love what he does. He does indie books and what have you. But I asked him to do this, and he put it together. So
well, we know who Death is. Who are these other characters?
well, that's
Secret?
that's oh blimey, sorry, it is
This is what
20 to
happens when
6
you
in the
do
morning. Yeah, Pestilence.
4
That's
streams in a row.
Yeah, that's Pestilence with some bad demons behind her, who is one of the 4 horsemen, and that's I'm gonna have to tell everyone that's Chrissy, in another form. So
Okay. Wearing a pestilence-proof costume or
yeah,
equipment.
yeah, that's her there.
Ooh, did I
On,
scroll past her?
Yeah, just where I showed the go up. That's Chrissy, but this is also Chrissy on my video panel. Go down.
Go down.
Yeah,
Go
down, 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 down,
Down, down.
There she
going
is.
down.
So that's the costume, and that's actually the poster. That's the ink that I want to put together for another stretch goal. So yeah,
Very cool. So, just finishing off your perks,
see-
you can get 2 of the book.
2 books. Yeah, so you save on the book, save on the postage. I also do an A4 sketch, one of the characters. But if you buy that and you want something else for me to sketch, I'm open. Just drop me a DM.
Yeah, if you want a drop bear sketch like happened to me, so I will be drawing a drop bear for Gelth Walker. You give the people what they want.
Give them what they want. Yeah, exactly. There's a mixed. I've had a stream is a brain killer. Yes. Yeah.
You know what else is a brain killer? Fosters. 1.5 liters of Fosters straight into the veins.
They don't
Never.
allow that to be important.
Never again.
In Britain, do they?
Yeah. There were ads. I was looking for Foster's ads. There were plenty of ads of Paul Hogan going into English pubs, speaking like a real Aussie.
That's not a knife.
That's that's not a beer.
This is mixed media, so obviously I draw digitally, like you do. But I'll be printing this out and inking it up. So So you get a unique piece of work. It is the artwork. And then
I've seen some people, they just print it out and then they just put on a little. They just sign it and they say 1 of 1.
No. It's got to have. It's okay to be mixed media because it's just another tool. But you want to lay down some inks on it so that people feel like they've got a proper piece of artwork.
Yes.
Yeah, it would. I would not have. I don't know. It would have been a very low charge if I had have done something like that because it is just a print. Better be a pretty bloody good print too.
Yeah. Oh no, this will be a piece of inked work.
Yeah.
And then the collector's bundle, which I had to do out of cheek, really. But you get all the posters, an A4 sketch, a piece of A3 art, 2 books, and a 50 by 50 centimeter a canvas print signed.
The whole kit and caboodle.
The whole kit and caboodle. But nobody went for that. But that's okay. You got to put it on. You never know.
Yeah, aim high. I put on. I can't. What did I put on? The cover. You know, the original cover art. I think it was like 500 US or something, and I was just like, I was laughing. Mel looked at me and she's like, "Are you crazy?" No, it's gonna. And someone did.
Wow.
And it was. I mean, it's fantastic. You know, this is the first time I ever really sold art like that, hand drawn art. You know, you never know who's out there. People have some people have deep pockets and they want to support artists and they want to collect art. And maybe they believe in the project and it's you know, going to hold its value going forward, or at the very least, it'll, you know, be something really nice to hang on their wall.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at Death there, looking forlorn. He has a hard job.
Yes, yeah. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Do you like that that scene from? Is it The Meaning of Life?
Yeah.
You know, where Death knocks on the door.
All you do is talk and talk.
And he's like, "I am the Grim Reaper." And they're like, "Oh, hello, Mr. Reaper." And he's like, "Invite him in." And the guy's like, "No, no."
Yeah, it's quite noir.
I show that stuff to my kids and they don't laugh. I'm like, I wonder if there's something wrong with them. I don't know. They just
Yeah, I think modern society kicks the sense of humor out of you. I don't know.
Well, one of them's only just turned 3, so that's understandable. But
yeah, my boy's 23 now, and he's been laughing at Life of Brian since he was 10. So
fantastic. Yeah, you try and get them, you know, you try and indoctrinate them with all the things that you loved when you were a kid, and some of it sticks, some not so much. It's funny though, like the boy is really into superheroes, so that's cool. That's exciting, and the girl, she's 8, and she asked for a comic the other day.
Wow.
She really loves Guardians of the Galaxy,
superb.
and she loves Gamora. I love Gamora too. I think that was a great film adaptation of a character.
Yes,
and what's her face, Nebula as well. And she's like, "Oh, show me, you know, them in." I've got the issues of Infinity War, and I said it's just not the same. So I don't know. I might have to hunt down some kind of modern versions of them. But then again, you know, with the mainstream books, who knows what's going to be in there?
Well, yeah, you just don't know. Most of it's crap.
That's the thing. Maybe I need to like call up I was pretty chummy with the guy at the comic book shop, the local. So maybe I'll call him up and get some advice on what to get for that. Because she's really into Gamora. So I'm like, hey, I might better get her into reading comic books. That would be massive. And Mo points out that I'm dancing around my Barbie obsession. It's not an obsession. It's just an appreciation of Barbie and modern Barbie. Whoever is doing Barbie, I don't know if you know this, Russ. I don't know if you had a girl.
Yeah, I did.
But whoever is handling Barbie at the moment is doing a bang up job. They're, you know, it's a reason why they're so popular. It's a good TV show. I'm not going to lie.
It's the Guardians of the Galaxy. Just as you said that, so I thought I'd pop that up.
Can you zoom in on that? That looks awesome. Yeah, that's really cool.
That's a colorist called James Offreddy over my inks and pencils. So I did that for All the Marvel Way.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might just have to find something for it. I don't know.
He's, you know, got his highlights without being all metallic.
Mo. All right, we're look, you put a lot of art on this campaign. I feel like you put up more art than I remember that you had on there previously.
Yeah, it's an 8-page preview, which is a bit of a gamble. But then, you know, it is a 60-page story.
Yeah.
It's an 80 pages in total of content. And I wanted to instill trust in people, or confidence, should I say? I only get trust when I deliver, but confidence that I can produce what I say I'm going to produce, and that I've already given out. Absolutely, you know, this is already this is for free. You know,
God, I love this piece here. It's so much fun.
the cover, that's most of the cover art. It still goes on a little bit to the left. It's a wraparound cover.
Yep.
So it wraps sort of a third to I think about half of the way around the back, and then you have a strip, and in there will be, hopefully I'll be able to get some quotes from people and what have you.
Who's this handsome, buxom lady on the left here?
That's one of the snake ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She looks
snake
like
ladies.
she's,
Explains the tongue.
Snake lady.
I wonder how her little things stick on in battle.
They stick on because it's the Bronze Age.
Yeah. That's a good a reason as any.
They just stick on.
Oh, that's a cool piece too. That's the one I used for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I remember I was talking about this the last time, I think. You know, I love this old technique. I was old. It's not really old. Like this technique of, you know, the things in the foreground are just colored the one thing. I always like that. It's not anything that I really do much in my comic. I have a different style, but I really do dig that.
I just try to keep it simple. And, you know,
no, it works. It absolutely works.
I like the whole Saturday morning cartoon thing. You know, X-Men and He-Man and that kind of stuff. So I haven't gone for that typical look, because obviously I'm into Bronze Age styles and what have you. But it's like that simple presentation.
You need to put up the next stretch goal, my friend.
Yeah, that's happening tomorrow. That's happening tomorrow. You can have a little sneaky peek if you like.
A little snow. Let's do a little secret.
This
What is Leroy going on about? What's happening here? Did I miss something?
I think I missed something. Apparently, people are hating Darren.
No one hates Darren. Why are you shit staring, Leroy? No one hates Darren. I agree. Darren did nothing wrong. Darren thanked me for giving off some hot tips yesterday on that stream. Thank you very much. So I don't think I have anything to be ashamed of, Leroy. You calm down.
And you know, not everybody's showing up in my chat. What is wrong?
Baran's age. Leroy. All right, let's have a look. Whoa. Who are we looking at here?
Nice.
So that's so just Famine. Famine.
Yes.
He's one of the four horsemen. So the four postcard set is Famine, Death, War, which I haven't quite finished yet, and obviously Conquest.
I dig it. So yeah, they're I mean, hopefully there'll be like a 4-card.
Yeah, four
set.
Four postcard set. I mean, I'd like to think that people might want to put them in frames, or you know, or mount them up in some way. But then I've got my black and white poster A4. I've also got in the works 6 a.m. Comics is drawing me a little death, and that's going to go on a patch, so like a fabric patch.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So I'd have those, and then after that, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's another 5 stretch goals. After that, we're walking off into UV territory, or even a 5-page backup strip. So it could end up being like 100 pages.
Can I throw something out there?
No.
I haven't seen. Allow me, Blue. I haven't seen anyone do this, and maybe they have, and I just missed it. And this isn't for the Lucent or anything. And I don't know if it'd be fit for your book either. But I was thinking of someone like Patrick Thomas Parnell. Maybe Phil with the Lost Pages is tattoos. You know, like those temporary tattoos.
Oh, wow.
For kids or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, good for a kid's book or something like that. I don't know. I like they can look kind of cool. I don't know if anyone, because people like, I mean, that to me seems cooler than a bookmark. Some people like bookmarks. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm never going to use a bookmark.
No, me neither.
Has anyone done those? Does anyone know if there's been tattoos? I mean, some campaigns it might really make sense for.
It would work on, yeah.
Because even I get stickers. And what am I going to do with them? I'm going to stick a sticker on something in my house.
Yeah, no, I've got a sticker for those people that signed up prior to the campaign. They'll get a vinyl sticker. But next time round, I don't know. I'm going to be looking for different things. I did investigate a pin badge as well, but obviously you don't want to stack it too soon. So we'll see what happens, and then I'll have to come up. Hopefully move on to the next book. I'll have to come up with something more inventive. So,
yeah, I mean, there's so many things that I think we haven't gone into yet that we possibly could. Like I said, with the stickers, I just kind of collect them. I just put them all in a drawer, like just like they're a trading card or something. I don't really stick them anywhere. So,
well, I got
trading cards in drawers. What
I got here.
Blue was thinking of sending me a trading card. And he's like, I'm not sending you shit anymore.
I got a sweet cast comics. Sweet comics. There you go.
Nice.
That came with the Downcast. But it's not really me. I'll never use these. I got these with the black and white from Artie Bear.
Mm-hmm.
They're not something that I'm really that bothered for.
Blue.
Blue.
You're laughing at me because I said I put them in a drawer. Well, actually, I've got the Artie Bear trading card right here on the floor where it's been since I first opened it. How many weeks ago? A couple of weeks ago now. It's still.
That said, though, the book is up there in my collection in a prided place. So,
there we go. I just picked it up off the floor. There you go, Blue. That's how much I value trading cards.
Which is why I went for the postcard set. Because I thought it might be quite nice because they're like little pieces of art that you can, put together if you wanted to.
Or drop them on the floor if you're...
Oh, you could drop them on the floor, of course, yeah. Still all that.
It really showed the respect. People pay good money for these. They thought, he's going to really love this. He's going to open this package and go, wow, I didn't know I was getting this trading card, and I'm so happy that I did.
Bancroft the Bogan just opens his mail while drunk and lets the bits fall all over the place.
Yeah, I think that is what actually happened. I've seen that's probably what happened. Poor Darren, what is going on it's poor Darren in the chat. Someone's trying to start a meme. Vanessa wants to know if I put Darren in a drawer. No.
There's some bullying going on here. There's some kind of pack mentality happening.
Yeah, they're swarming.
That must have been a brief lesson. Anyway. Bancroft, you remind me of Indiana Jones. This card, it belongs in a drawer.
Yeah. You think, I mean, you might think I'm exaggerating, but no, every single card that I've gotten, I've just kind of chucked it in the drawer that's on the where I draw, where I draw my computer. I just throw them all in there. There's stickers. There's even a couple of comics in there, just thrown in there. I'm like, yeah, this one's this one's more of a drawer comic. This one isn't like a bagged and boarded comic. This one just goes in the drawer with the rest.
So when your 130 first day backers get their drawn sketch card that you made out of backer boards cut to size, then we should just stick them in drawers. We should no binder sheets, nothing like that. Just right in a drawer.
look, I don't know. I mean, it's each their own. Each their own. You know, people like them. They look
Stop
after
mixing
them.
singulars and plurals. Oh my goodness.
I'm so glad I have you here, Blue, to pull me up on my grammar issues. I mean, that's what I'm paying Joe for. Oh, they're still going after poor Darren. How can we stop this? I don't think we can. We just have to let it wash over Darren.
Yeah,
We may have to sacrifice Darren, I'm afraid.
You may just have to
to
let
the
nature
chat
take its
gods.
course.
Yeah,
Skip
yeah. There's
started
nothing we can do. Skip. It's always Skip. Mo says, I pretend I want to move to the USA for freedom, but really he wants to abuse Darren in person. Oh God, it's escalating. Leroy sent me a $5 super chat. Darren wants to go #1 in your pouch bankrupt. Well, thank you for the heads up, Leroy, and thank you for the super chat. That's very generous of you to do, and absolutely worth the $5. We are holy crap! It's already the hour. Oh my goodness! You don't have any more streams, do you?
No,
Russ?
that's it. I'm done. I'm going to
You're
go
about
sleep
to go
for a
pass
while.
out.
Yeah, I'm going to go
good
pass
on you.
out now. Yeah.
Good on you. All right, so I'm going to say it out loud here. 123 backers, £5,041. Please, Bancroft bump, come back to me. No more Bancroft slump.
Sorry, Russ. I'm looking at the prints, and I'm just still very undecided.
Oh, wow.
Two more.
You got
Two
two.
more.
Right on.
5,145 Great British pounds.
Great
The Queen's
British
pounds.
Thank you.
As it
Thank
were.
you, everyone. I'm chuffed. Absolutely chuffed. Just chuffed.
Skips onto me. He skips onto me. He says, I call this a lunch stream, but I stream 8 hours a day. That is not true. That is not true. And Darren is giving me $2 saying he's poor, but thank you for being great sports. Well, thank you, Darren. I hope they don't pick on you too much there in the chat. Yes, Vanessa says he's trying to buy me back. Well, guys, there you go. Russ, thank you so much for coming on, especially at the end of this marathon. I hope you're not just sitting there in a daze and a haze.
Yeah, I am.
He is. Well,
But I'll
in that
get up
case,
to
I hope
sleep.
you had fun anyway.
I did. Thank you very much. It's like I said, I was really felt it was fitting to come back as the last show for the first 30 days, and because you guys had helped me so much. Thank you, and thanks to everyone who's back.
Our pleasure.
Thanks to everybody who's streamed. It's just it's amazing that you can meet people halfway around the world. It really is.
It's very cool. It's very cool.
Think
And
about
make
the
sure
good
you
things,
come
yeah.
back to us as
will.
you're closing out the thing as well.
Yeah, I'll give you a
that
shout.
We can do it again.
Yeah.
Because it's always a lot of fun with you. So thank you for
Thanks.
coming on.
No, thank you.
Blue and Joe, always a pleasure. And to this crazy chat that's just gone nuts and, just kind of like a pack of wild hyenas onto someone in the chat, But that's how it is. That's how it goes in YouTube land. We can't stop it, and I don't think we want to. How to the sexiest chat in Comicsgate. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out, and we will see you tomorrow with another great show. All right, guys.